humans and chimps are descended from a single ancestor species that lived 6 or 7 million years ago. And it's pretty obvious that we have evolved most of our physical attributes from them. However, it is not just the chimps that gave us the blueprint of what men and women are today. We may have learned behaviors and the ways in which we work together as a family and as society from another of nature's great species. Scientists believe that humans have a very powerful wolf connection, which happens to be the name of the facility founded by my friend here, Teo Alfaro. So Teo, tell me about what happens here at Wolf Connection.
Well, it's true. I mean, we've been working and collaborating with wolves for many, many, many years.
Yeah.
And here, kids come to learn some life lessons from the wolves. So they learn how to take care of the wolves, they learn to be okay with who they are, they learn to work together without competing, and they learn to listen to each other and understand each other, understand differences, welcome differences.
So by spending time with wolves, we can actually become better human beings.
We believe so, and that's what we're trying to do here.
What a wonderful opportunity for kids to learn something from these amazing animals. Can we see it in action?
Let's go meet the kids.
Let's do.
Let's do it. So, why are we here today? Why do you think you're here today?
So that we can not be afraid of wolves that much anymore.
I think it's to see how we are alike to wolves.
And why wolves? I mean, why wolves and not bunny rabbits, for example?
Because wolves have a good connection with humans.
Yes, that's a great answer. Anybody else has any thoughts on that?
Because bunny rabbits could run away and wolves will just stay and watch you
Right.
and listen to you.
So it turns out that the wolf is the first animal we ever associated with, we ever partnered with as humans. So the reason we're gonna spend time with wolves today is because we have the longest history with wolves than with any other animals. And they can still teach us things. They can teach us to, be in our hearts, to trust each other. They can teach us to communicate better, right? And to move on. And we will talk about that when we discuss wolf principles a little later. And this is my wife, Renee, and she's the lead in all the behavioral training of the wolves. So she's gonna help us today interact with the wolves.
All right. So with that, who's ready to go meet some wolves? Woo! Let's do it!
So the pack for a wolf is more important than the individual. So everything they do is to the benefit of the pack. So when they think about hunting, they don't only think about finding food for themselves, but about bringing food to the puppies, bringing food to the old ones, old wolves. If they have an injured wolf, they take care of it.
So do you guys actually understand, are you getting that we learned these behaviors from wolves? That before we started studying wolf behavior and how they relate to one another, we didn't necessarily go out and hunt and bring food back for everybody. We didn't take care of the sick necessarily or the old ones. That we really actually learned these behaviors from wolves by watching how they interact with each other. We didn't do that before we started studying wolves. And that's amazing to me.
So we were really selfish before we started learning from wolves.
I think we were, and I think that we still are. I mean, if we're not in touch with these ideas, with these wolf principles, that it is easy for us to revert back to our totally human ways, which is all about me, right? Wolves really teach us that it's about the pack, it's about who we're rolling with, right? We have to take care of each other. That's not natural to us necessarily.
That's probably why we recycle and save, so that we're caring about other people. I'm starting to take shorter showers because of that, so that other people could have water.
That's wolf behavior, making sure that everyone has enough.
So guys, the wolves connect with each other by traveling, by walking together like this. Right? So what we're doing right now is just helping them getting to know us, getting our smell, our scent, and trust us. So let's talk for a moment about wolf principles. The wolf principles are simple lessons from wolves to humans. And the first one says, wolves are always okay with who they are. Right? And can you tell that they're okay with who they are? And look at Ayasha. She's petite and more compact and a little bit more, so with a big personality. And she's totally okay with that. She's not faking it, right? And then we have Bo. It's almost double the size of Ayasha, but he's a little more shy. And his personality is not as rambunctious as Ayasha's is. And he's totally cool with that too. Can you tell that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Why are the wolves howling?
In this case, we think, because we cannot know for sure, right? But we think that they're howling to call the two pack members that are away.
So she was letting them know that she was okay, and then they stopped. That's amazing.
Another wolf principle says that wolves give 150% to everything they do. 150% to everything they do, right? And that people say, well, how can I give more than 100? That's not mathematically possible. Well, the reason we say 150% is because many times when we think that we're giving 100, it's not really 100. It's always a little bit more than we can give. And the way we see it in the wolves is that, when they play until they drop. And then they fall asleep and they sleep like they're dead. And then breakfast comes and they eat like they wolf it down, right? They're very passionate and very connected and very fully engaged on everything they do.
I really like Ayasha. I feel like we're really connecting.
I can tell, and she likes you.
Yeah.
And Ayasha, she's small, but with a lot of personality. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, I can tell. She's a really cool, nice person.
So that's usually how the connection happens. We like an animal and we feel drawn to it, and we don't really know why, but then if I start describing her to you, then it goes, oh, yeah, that's like me, right?
Yeah.
What are the two wolf principles that you learned today? One wolf principle says that wolves are what?
Kind.
And always okay, right?
With who they
With
are.
who they are.
Right.
They're always okay with who they are.
That they always give 150%.
There you go. Those are the two wolf principles. So those are the two things that you can apply in your life when you live Wolf Connection. Remember to, no matter what, be okay with who you are. And to, no matter what, everything you do, you give 150%.
I love what Teo and his team are doing here. I learned that when we take time to enjoy life rather than busily run through it, that we can really become more relaxed, self-confident, and in harmony with the world around us. We'll see you next time.